folks, and welcome to another rousing, complicated topic of discussion with yours truly, Jay Joyner. I'd just like to read something here from you from the good book. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Folks, in today's society, we are living in a world where gender is no longer considered male and female. No. It is a gender revolution. A gender revolution. And in this nice magazine that talks about gender revolution, we have Redefining Gender. Gives you about 15 different definitions for gender people today. A couple of them all sound the same to me, but 15 different definitions. Well, in the Bible, it was put very simply. Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. Then the Lord God formed man of dust from the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being. Genesis chapter 2, verses 22 and 23. And the Lord God fashioned into a woman the rib from which he had taken from the man, and brought her to the man. And the man said, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. There you are, right there, as it says in the Bible. Man and woman. That's it. Not person A and person B, you can figure out what your genders are. No. He made a man and he made a woman. And there's a couple of these that just get me on the wrong side of it, you know. We have a list of different. Here's the first one. Agender. Describes a person who does not identify as having a gender identity that can be categorized as man or woman, or who identifies as not having a gender identity. So you're an alien? You don't have male parts, you don't have girl parts, you just exist? Well, I identify as a 36-year-old white male. And that's who I identify with, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But wait. Because I say that I'm a man and I'm comfortable with being a man? Well, apparently, my gender's not male. My gender is cisgender. A term to describe a person whose gender identity matches the biological sex they were assigned at birth. Oh, okay. So why can't I just be called man, male, boy, dude, guy? Look, why can't I just be called that? No. Oh, wait, but there's more. But because I say that I'm strictly a man, and there's strictly male and female, well, apparently, I'm also gender binary. The idea that's in my head that gender is strictly an either or option, male, man, masculine, female, feminine type thing, based on sex assigned at birth rather than a continuum of the spectrum of blah, 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 yakety, schmackety. So therefore, I also fall into gender binary. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. So far, that's 3 that I fall into the category of. Oh, apparently, I also fall into the category of gender conforming because I am a person whose gender expression is consistent with cultural norms expected for that gender. Because I'm a man, I expect everybody else to be man, female, and that type of thing. I expect that because I am a man. So this is just yeah. So apparently, I'm not just male. I'm androgynous. No, I'm not. I'm not androgynous. No, I'm sorry. Strike that. Oh, I had to read that. No, I'm not androgynous. I'm cisgender. I'm gender binary, and I'm gender conforming. And I'm also a dude. But as you read on with these redefined, that's just a couple of them in the beginning. As you read on with these, it gets really confusing. Like, let's say, gender nonconforming, a person whose gender expression is perceived as being inconsistent with cultural norms expressed for that gender. Gender fluid, someone whose gender identity or expression shifts between the two. Gender dysphoria, people who can't make up their mind what gender they decide to be today. You know, it's sad. But it's also sadder that when you look at some of these portraits and these pictures in here, which I'm not going to show you, some of these people are kids. None of them even reach the age of... Actually, one person reaches the age of 30, and they identify as a bigender. But everybody else is in their low 20s to even 11 years old. It's pretty sad. And you guys can't figure out what your gender is. Well, you know what? Let me make it easy for you. All right, from Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you. I have appointed you a prophet to the nations. So, yeah, there you go, right there, all you people who are confused about your gender. God knew what you were before you were born. So if you were born male or born female, that's what you are. And if you can't handle that, let me make it even simpler for you. You're born with dangly bits, you're a man. You weren't born with dangly bits, you're a boy. You're a girl. Yeah, let's try that again. Straight up. If you're born with dangly bits, you're a boy. No dangly bits, you're a girl. If you people can't get that through your head, then there's a lot more wrong with you than just what gender you decide to be today. This has been Jay Joyner. Peace. Love. God bless.